This is a 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo Altitude. And if you don't know, it is all new for this model year. I borrowed it from Larry H. Miller, Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram here in Sandy, Utah. This is available for sale. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys see some of the options and features on this build. At the very top is a description. Base price is $40,415. And then here's a short listing of the standard features. Starting off the options is that altitude appearance package for $5,440. And pretty much gives you all the nice features that you would like to see. Trailer tow package and power sunroof are listed on this one. Destination is $1995 with a total price of $49,570. And then here are the fuel economy numbers for the new powertrain. Grand Cherokee does check a lot of boxes in this package. And I will say the only thing missing that I would have liked to have seen is 360. But it does have adaptive cruise control with lane management. You also can see your turn signals, and high and low beam headlights are LED. No fog lights, but these headlights are pretty dang good, so I would not care if it didn't have it for sure. But overall, great package. You can see even on the grill here, they do give you like this, they call it titanium accent right there. And it has a nice look to it. Now, why does the Grand Cherokee ride so good? Well, for starters, it does have a double wishbone suspension for under $50,000. Typically, you will see a McPherson suspension. And you guys also can see too, you have a lot of aluminum for this suspension as well. And look how beefy that lower control arm is too. They also provide a fabric material for the liner, which is easy to clean out. And then here are the tires, which are the Michelin Primacy LTX. These are going to be a mix between economy and highway. You're not really taking this off-road. Also, 265/60/18 is a size, 18-inch wheel, and blackout is still in. You guys see the fender flares are finished in plastic, and then down below, which I actually like because if you go through a car wash, all that gets beat up anyway, so it's nice that it's plastic. Black mirror caps go well with the wheels. You have the turn signals built in on the mirrors, blind spot alert, heated mirrors too. Smart key system for the front doors only. And I like the overall design of this badge here. It has American flag. On the roof, you can see your sunroof. Shark fin up there too. Black trimming around the windows. You have a little bit of that graphite too. Here's where you're gonna fill up at. It doesn't say premium, so you can use regular fuel for this Grand Cherokee. I've always liked the design of the taillights, full LED. And this is not too big, it's not too small. It's like almost a perfect in between. So if you don't want a big vehicle, this is definitely the one to get. They do actually hide the hitch down below too. Also, you guys see you have rear parking sensors. Really quickly, I didn't even catch it. Did it have front parking sensors? I missed that. I would like to see front because there's no camera. I will say that is nice to have. And let's go ahead and pop this power liftgate. Look at how much storage you have behind the second row. I like that. And it's pretty wide too. A lot of tie downs inside of here. Your spare tires underneath. So this isn't going to be really be used for storage. You do have a little bit of storage on the side, however. Also, you have a 12-volt DC. That second row should be able to recline. And if you need to put this down, they do give you lights on the top of that liftgate. This is your only camera for the exterior. Let's go ahead and check out what's under the hood. This 2-liter powertrain is going to be replacing the 3.6-liter Pentastar V6 naturally aspirated. I will say, I don't mind these inline-4 turbocharged engines in these types of vehicles. It's not too big, so I think that you will find that this will be a little bit more powerful, especially with these types of views. When you're this high above altitude, like so we're at around 4,400 feet. here in Utah at this position. So yeah, this is gonna feel a lot stronger when you need to get on the highway and merge. So as I mentioned, 2 liter, it's gonna have 324 horsepower. That is gonna come around 6,000 RPM, and 332 pound-feet of torque will come on around 4,500. I will admit though, that is a little crazy for a turbocharged engine. Normally it comes on a little bit sooner when that boost kicks in. Now it does have an 8-speed transmission behind it. I think it is a Chrysler built one too. Let's go ahead and check out the interior. I consider Jeep to be a luxury vehicle. So when you see the interior, you'll notice that they do give you a lot of soft touch on the door. You have leather. Also, you have this big fake wood trim piece, which looks nice. A little bit of satin material. Also a little bit of silver accent here, and auto up and down for just the front windows. You cannot power fold the exterior mirrors on this one, but you do have a 12-way seat. Also, it does have like this suede insert. And if you like heated seats, these suede inserts, man, they burn you. Also, let's see, you have tilt headrest still. And I like that with this 12-way seat, you can have the lumbar go up and down for better adjustability. And you see right here, you have a tilt and telescoping steering wheel. You have a 12-inch screen. This screen is bigger than last year's. Last year had an 8.4 for the, what is it, the Altitude X, I believe that was a package for this one. Let's go and check out the passenger side. You do not have a power seat on this side. So it is all manual. I'm gonna put the seat all the way back so you guys can see how much space I have. But you have a lot of soft touch on the dash too. You guys see dual climate control, a lot of storage. You have a wireless charger. This is good for those long trips. So when you use your Type A or Type C USBs, these fast charge your phone. So if you want it to kind of trickle charge, that's what's nice about that wireless charger. Here's your cup holders. You can see that graphic design right there. And you have this top storage, and then down below you have this deeper storage. They do illuminate that area too. And I don't see that there's any power, but you have 4 USBs and a 12-volt right there, so you probably are good to go right there. And you can close this off too. I like where they put that start button at too. It's a nice area for that. Now let's see, I'm 6'1". Here's a quick peek at that door. Can I get in here? I can. Now, and this seat is actually further back, so it's like leaning a little bit, and I can still sit back here. They also give you a 115 volt, 150 watt power plug, 2 Type C USBs, air vents, a little bit of storage right there. And I like the net that they give you too. Now, if you need to recline this back seat, it does recline just a little bit. So there's a little bit of comfort back here. Also, headrest in the center, armrests, not bad. There is a hump in the center. I'm not sure why they still do the hump. I guess for the four-wheel drive system, that makes sense. Now this seat, I'm actually comfortable in this driving position here. And look at how much space I have. So if somebody wants to be gangster, that's probably how they're gonna have the seat. You do have automatic headlights. You can dim down the screen. Also, you have electronic parking brake right below. And as I mentioned, that push button starts right there. Now on this screen, if you want to customize it, boom, you can hit this button and it gives you this pop-up menu, so you can just see a few different things inside of here. So you can see the fuel economy, you can see some of your temperatures, so if you want to tow a trailer, that might be helpful for that. Or if you plan on going off-road with this, which I doubt people will. Also, let's see, you have your trip information, you have your audio, any stored message will show up here. And this is how you can screen set up, so you can change some of the information you see that's highlighted. Hopefully you can see that on the screen. Okay. You have your gauge cluster. Active driving assist shows up there. And no navigation on that screen. I was actually a little shocked by that. Also on this side, they did change this up, so you do have an option to customize this menu. So maybe you might want your navigation at the very top, and they do show you where you're actually going. So northwest is where we're pointing at right now. Do like the larger screen. Here's your backup camera. It does have the zoom in if you need to hook up to a trailer too. Up top, stop start. This is your lane keep assist, you can turn that off. Traction control can be disabled, caution lights. And then if you want your parking sensors out back off, you can turn those off too. Something else that might be notable on this is you do have this menu for setup. So if you want to customize some of the features, let's just say for active lane management, you might want it to have the vibration only, or if you want steer assist only, or both, you can do that. Lane warning, you have a lot of different things you can change for that, basically. If you go down, you have your park sense. So it has a only warning and then warning plus brake assist. Some people hate when it does that. I would only want the warning only, personally. Also, you can do your phone and Bluetooth setup, voice, navigation. So there's a few things that you can customize for this system here. Now, I have to show you, let's see here, I think right here, let's go to media. You guys see that it has like this marble background too. I like that. Let's go to phone actually. So one thing I like about Jeep and just Stellantis vehicles is you do have an option to do 2 active phones for your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So if you and your wife or your friend, whatever, are in here, you can actually have 2 phones on at once, and I love that. It's really nice to have. Here's some of your drive modes down below, and I'm ready to take this thing on a drive. So let's go ahead and see if this 2-liter is worth the upgrade. The first thing you'll notice is how big the mirrors are. This is a big deal for me because I like the visibility they give you, and even when you adjust them closer to like see the side of the Jeep, you still have great visibility around this SUV. They don't give you an auto dimming mirror, and then if you are someone that likes to look at your visors, so you do have lights for those, place for your sunshades up top too. And overall, this thing is really comfortable in the city. I like how stiff the steering is at this lower speed, and I like it to be like this at the higher speeds too. But yeah, there's not any road noise from these Michelin tires. Michelin tires are some of the best tires you can get, I would say, for overall comfort. So if you're definitely after a really good, comfortable riding SUV, this is going to deliver 100% there. Now, if you want to turn on your heated seats or heated steering wheel, they are off to the side of that screen there. And let's see, you can hear a little bit of turbo noises. And then brakes, oh man, the brakes, man, these brakes are good. They're not touchy at all. I hate touchy brakes because I feel like everyone in the car, when you like hit the brakes, they think you're trying to play a joke on them, right? Or they don't think you can drive. Maybe that's probably the better way to put it. They don't think you can drive because you're hitting the brakes too hard. But no, it's not you. It's just the touchy brakes. The Jeep doesn't have those. So here's the moment of truth. Is this 2-liter turbocharged engine worth it? Let's find out. Just got to get around some of these cars. So, not bad. I feel as though if this was a standard engine, it would get an A+. But because this is actually the only engine available, even if you get like a Overland or, you know, a Summit, this is it. Like if you get a Grand Cherokee L, this is the engine. I'm gonna do it one more time. Cars are going a little slow, so let's see. Ready? So we're going 41, wide open throttle. You can hear the turbo sounds. It's not bad. Not bad at all. And I think that you probably would see better performance from 0 compared to the a little bit of body roll from these tires too. I don't like that. But yeah, you would see more performance probably from 0, and this is going to outperform that Pentastar engine for sure. The Pentastar is a dog, I will be honest, especially at these higher elevations. So yeah, let's go ahead and check out the numbers on the door, and then I'll pretty much end this video. AC works amazing, by the way. Now here are the numbers on the door. If you plan on putting this in your business name or towing a trailer, these might be helpful to you. So gross axle weight rating out front is going to be 2,800 pounds. The rear is 3,350. Gross vehicle weight rating is 6,050 pounds, which means you can't put this in your business and write it off 100%. Also, all-in payload is 1,050 pounds, and they recommend you run the tire pressure at 36 psi all the way around. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. If I have a chance, maybe I'll do a drive video with the Pentastar and this 2 liter to see which one is a little bit quicker and which one can return better fuel economy later.